All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where I'll bring you back-to-back update and information as it is hot. In case you have not joined our social media, and what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news enter, you will be the first we'll collect them. Let's go down to the news proper. Make I dey reach out to you the matters where we say they happen. Uh, Now, for the land of the indigenous people of Biafra, for Imo State, this one is coming from the channel's television handle. And there we they carry this information, they come live for you. And at the matter, I beg just pay attention. You know, some of you now, when they listen to our news, some people no go pay attention to understand what we are actually saying. They go just conclude on the matter. Meanwhile, this is a news channel where we'll bring you all kinds of information to update you, make you day informated as it be. All right, let's go down to the full detail of the information. Ojoto, a commander of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, was neutralized by troops. Troops have killed Tochukwu alias Ojoto and two others in a combined operation in Ihetukwa in Osu local government area of Imo State. Ojoto, a commander of the indigenous people of Biafra, was neutralized by personnel of the Nigerian Police, Department of State Service, and Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. Dislodging this in a statement on Tuesday, the Nigerian Army said troops conducted a successful special clearance operation across the general area of Oda, Ihitukwa, and Osumohu, along the borders of Oso and Ihiala local government areas of Imo State and Anambra State, respectively. The troops encountered members of the indigenous people of Biafra and the Eastern Security Network who have been using the area as a sanctuary. On sighting troops, the men employed guerrilla tactics, lobbing improvised explosive device from concealed position and riding their roads with body traps. Despite the terrorist guerrilla tactics, troops maintained their resolve and countered the attacks with tactical precision, employed superior firepower to neutralize the IPOB and ESN at their Ihutukwa camp. Commander known as Tochukwu alias Ojoto and two others. The operation led to the recovery of firearms, communication device, narcotics, and personal effects of the group. My people, I don't see as they happen. This one they happen for Biafraland. Also, when we got this information, we decided to say, okay, let's see if some of our correspondents where we say they did for that particular site know actually waiting to happen. And when we reach out to them, they say for that place, say for that Ihitukwa, say that place they hot to say hotness they for that particular area, say the kind shitty where we say that the year for that area say no good. Meanwhile, coming from the side of the IPOB them boys, they say also, according to their own information, say the NIG army and the police and their combined team also collected Woto as they be where they drop them for their own channel. Meanwhile, for Lagos State, Lagos State, as the government of Lagos State, they demolish a lot of luxurious houses in Lagos State. And what is the reason is what we don't know, and we are still asking, is this one Nigeria? Let's go down to that information. More luxurious houses to turn to rubbles as Sanwo-Olu's government says 80% of Lekki building have no approval. More luxurious houses might soon be turned to rubble as Lagos State government under Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said 80% of buildings in Lekki have no approval from authorities. Lagos State Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development Dr. Oluyinka Olumide disclosed this in a recent interview with newsmen. He said just last week, Thursday and Friday, myself and the team were in Ijebu, Lekki and Epe axis, and you would agree with me that anybody passing through that corridor would see a lot of estates marked. We went there, and I can tell you that from what we saw, over 80% of them do not have approval. The procedure to get approval is first to get the planning information as to what those areas have been zoned for. In this case, what we have is agricultural land, and people now go there to build their family houses. Of course, those land will be sold because those families do not know the use of such land will be put to. The next thing to do is the fence permit. If you missed the earlier information or not knowing the area zoning, at the point of getting the fence permit, you would be able to dictate what the area is zoned for. After that, the layout permit, a large expanse of land follows. Olumide noted that a layout permit cannot be obtained if it is not zoned for the purpose it was designed or for the purpose it was being requested. So, you can see all these layers, but people still go ahead to start advertising. Some have even gone to the extent of displaying the size they want to sell. Imagine someone in the diaspora who wants to send money without any knowledge. Then, no approval is eventually gotten. Even if they pass the assignment and the survey to them, we would not grant the individual permit because that area is not zoned for that purpose, he said. The chief executive officer of Woto 5 Holdings, Jide Odisolu, said Lekki Peninsula's master plan got distorted post-2010 due to rapid development with newer estates stepping old regulations. He said the Lekki Peninsula had a master plan which was originally launched when Bola Tinubu was the governor and updated under Babatunde Fashola. Almost all large estates along the Lekki corridor, especially those developed between 2000 to 2008, have approved layout plans. It was obligatory and rigidly enforced by the state government. However, starting in 2010, the plans became distorted with accelerated development and many of the similar schemes that sprung up deliberately sought to avoid the large infrastructure burdens carried by the legacy era development. I am sure investigation with developers such as UPCD, Pinnock Beach, Trojan Estate, Econ, Northern Fashion, City Space, Boa Vista, Harvard Rock, Lekki View, and Woto 5, Ocean Bay will review how they all spent huge sums providing infrastructure with zero support from the government while still paying punitive taxes. According to Odusolu, the government imposed planning and titling for initial generated revenue and the incentives compliances leading to chaotic development. Meanwhile, the managing director of Fame at Oist and CO Nigeria, Femi Oyelede, said most of the estate had layout plans that were not coordinated to form a planned city. He noted that the communities that were not planned were the historic settlement that the government exercised in the scheme. To do Lekki better, those estates which have been approved on the west and the east, Etrios Road, which go down to Awoyoyaya on the east side of the Akodo on the west side of the Lekki Expressway, must be demolished to make way for the planned roads. My people, now don't see as it happen. No be to tell you say this one do, this one that, this one do. Come buy estate, come buy estate, come buy estate. If you know invest your money for land, your own don't finish. Now so people they talk now. People don't they collect based on that particular matter because I see they be. Government of Lagos State want to demolish a lot of places in that Lagos State, of which that if you bought a land there and you're expecting an appreciation, it means that that land is a damaged one. I don't need a soothsayer to tell you that whatever that is happening in Lagos State looks like a political stuff, but we cannot conclude now. Let's keep following up and see what the government is going to come up with. If they will actually come out with the main plan for that particular Lekki before demolishing the people's houses, because the people who are living in those estates have the right to know what the government is doing because they are also the citizens of this nation. The government is not on their own. It is called democracy. Is called the the government of the people by the people. So if the government is taking the decisions, they should also let the people know the decisions they are taking. And also, it is also on the government side that some of these things has been built since 2010, and up until now, the government has not been able to look into it. Meanwhile, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain, and if this is your first time of joining us, kindly go ahead and subscribe.